Welcome to ATB-TV. I'm Darren Dance here at the Inglis Easter Sydney sales with Chris Blomley. Welcome to ATB-TV, mate.
Thanks, Darren.
Mate, you've been up here since Wednesday last week, which is a week today.
Yep.
Looked at 400 odd horses.
Yep.
Just give us a bit of a rundown on the quality of this Easter sale.
Well, as the results show, it's been quite outstanding, to be honest. Globally recognised as the third biggest sale in the world, so it's not surprised when the big money comes to town, and they're going to take the best of the pick of Australia's breeding, effectively.
All the big size are here, all the big representative mares are here, and the leading buyers from around the world are here. Any breeds here that you've been really impressed by? Obviously Snitchel's on fire, and they're selling like hotcakes. I'm Invincible's the same. But is there another sire line there that the progeny have really caught your eye at this sale?
I'm normally an advocate for Proven, but the Zoo Stars look quite good to me, first season sire. They look speedy but with a bit of class about them, so hopefully that translates into racetrack success and another win for Woodside, who've got Written Tycoon on fire as well.
Well, Written Tycoon, we saw a Written Tycoon sell for $1 million here yesterday. And I'm pretty pleased that we happen to have 4 mares in foal to Written Tycoon in our breeding program. So one would think there might be a little bit of pot of gold at the end of that project.
Yeah, I hope so. And you know, the colt that made $1 million yesterday wouldn't be dissimilarly bred to some of the stuff that has gone off to him last season at the service fee that was a little bit less than it is now. So hopefully that makes for a very smart move financially.
Well, he was 50,000 last year. He's just been announced at going to 80 plus GST. So that probably means that it's unlikely we would send a mare to Written Tycoon this year at 80 plus. And we have our reasons for that, and we need to look around now and find the next sire who's going to climb the ranks after we go to the service this year. So we're in that project now of really looking at what mares go to what size. We've asked all our clients that are involved what they like, and we're looking very strongly at what happens here at Easter, and we need to make sure we get it right, because there's a lot of money at the end of the rainbow, but if you get it wrong, it could be a disaster.
Certainly can.
So we're going to play again today here at the sale, and hopefully we come away with a couple of nice horses. We're going to have to pay plenty of money for them, but if we want to play in the top end with the colts, then we've got to have a go.
That's right, and unfortunately to get what you want you have to pay big, but the rewards are ginormous once again.
Can be. Well, let's go wind the clock back to last week, Chris, and we're just going to run through. We've only had the 2 runners for the last week, which is very light.
Yep.
Mind you, nothing happened in Queensland with a metre of rain falling in some parts, so that hurt us a bit. But we did have 2 results from last week. Firstly, I was down at Warrnambool last week where Himmy G Joe ran 7th and was very, very disappointing. And coming off her Sandown run, which was also disappointing, she was down in grade and she was there to win on the corner and didn't finish off. I noticed straight after the race that she was distressed and heaving, and we ordered a full vet on her, and it showed up that she had a little respiratory infection, a little bit of mucus in the lungs. And as you know yourself, sometimes you'll be a little bit flat and then 2 or 3 days later you'll get a cold, and that's just, the horses are the same. So she was a little bit flat, the cold showed up when we checked her the next day. So we'll treat her and she'll bounce back, but she was there to win and just couldn't finish off. I went down to Bendigo on that standalone meeting, the Golden Mile day, last Saturday, Chris. It was a big day there, and we had Broadway in first, started favourite, but no good.
No, not the result that we were looking for at the time.
No, he ran 6th. He was unlucky, probably another 50 yards, he runs 4th.
Yep.
Probably wasn't one of the greatest rides I've ever seen.
Wouldn't have thought so.
Did you see the race?
I did see the race. I was at the races at Randwick and popped my head up to view that one.
Yeah, no good. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but he's probably not a kid's horse, in fairness to Benny Allen. Today, Pete will flash the results up later on, but we've got My Obsession going around at Sandown. She's been in work since August last year. She's been very, very consistent without winning. She's never drawn a gate in any start this prep, and today she draws gate 1. So we're probably going to be 4 back to fence and can't get out.
Well, that would be Murphy's Law, wouldn't it?
That'd be a disaster. Look, she's a great, honest, tough mare. Seems to go really well for Ben Allen, so we've elected to keep him on, forgive him for last Saturday.
Oh, you have to, don't you?
Well, I'm not very forgiving, as my viewers will know. Not very forgiving, but look, we'll leave him on because she does go good for him. He understands her better than anyone, and I'm just hoping that she gets her turn today to get back into the winner's circle. So good luck to all the owners in My Obsession, and Pete will let you know the result. Sunshine Coast. Red handle goes around for Tony Golan up there. That track's remarkable that it's not a heavy track. It's quite okay, so safe for racing. And she's $5, I think second favourite there. Put in a good run last start where first time she actually showed she can race at the back and then run home. And in that field today, whilst it does look a little bit of a stronger race, I think she's got to be a top each way show.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Insightful, Chris.
Thank you.
He's really adding a lot here. Okay, so that's today. Our next runner after today will be Friday with Serious Witness with Matt Kamani. And Matt's been up here this week and looking at yearlings, and interesting way he's going about his training.
Yeah, I think he's going to get a helicopter, isn't he?
We did scare him yesterday, didn't we? We said we'd need a helicopter ride out to Donald. But first up, she ran really well over 1850 on that tight track and had no hope. She goes to Donald on Friday over 2,000 metres. Seems to be the way the English train.
Yeah, straight up, that's exactly how they train. Your distance for your horse is your distance, and when they come back in, they go straight into whatever distance category they fit into.
That's amazing, really, because we're not used to it. We, normally our trainers would, got a 2,000 metre horse, they go 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, and then second go at 2,000, they might win. Yep. So by the time they get to their right distance and they fit enough, they're probably like me and tired, and then to go to the paddock.
Yep.
Whereas these English guys just seem to be able to get them ready and take their time, and they seem to have more runs over their preferred distance, which I'm a big advocate for it.
I think it makes sense to me, certainly.
Yeah.
You buy these horses, you know what they are, and you play them to your strengths, and hopefully you get results quicker.
Do you think in time Australian trainers will look at this and maybe mimic some of these strategies?
Well, I think with the emergence of Archie and Matt and the like, there'll certainly be some European influence, and if they continue getting the results that they're getting early days, people will have to pay attention, won't they?
Or they might just not be that smart.
Possibly.
All right, Sunday, we're looking forward to a big day on Sunday. Well, Saturday we've got our open day at Christina Jeffries at Kyneton, followed by lunch at the winery on Saturday afternoon.
It's not a bad way to spend the afternoon, is it?
Well, no runners, so why not? And then we'll butter up Sunday and head down to Terang for Terang Cup Day.
Big day for the locals.
It is a big day, and what it means is the Warrnambool Carnival's not far away, so that's creeping up on us as well. So when we get down to Terang, we've got a first starter, Chris, a 2-year-old you know a little bit about, called PK, a homebred by commands out of our good mare Pirouettes, making him a half-brother to La Passe. And you've had a look at him, and he's a nice colt.
He's a very nice colt, and hopefully he's as good as his sister and a little bit better.
Yeah, well, he's certainly supposed to have the best movement out of all of them, and he trialled okay at Cranbourne on Monday, and I think he ran third there, or dead-headed for second, whichever way you want to look at it. And we had our ATB on-the-spot reporter, Barry Stokes, phone in after the trial to tell us how good it was. So I'm sure Stokes here, he might make the 4-hour trip to Terang.
Oh, he might do, Stokesy.
If he turns up, the odds will go 8s into 2s. One of the biggest punters in the ATB team, Barry Stokes. All right, and then we look at Tennessee Gold, who is going around there over a mile with blinkers on for the first time. Her run at Ballarat last start over the mile was very good, ran second. The winner peeled off her back and had the last crack, and she just couldn't match. But I think with the blinkers on and the second go at 1600, this daughter a long row, which which might have been one you made me buy.
Could have possibly have been.
So it's his fault. But no, she looks like she's going to be a nice mare. Very immature still, and probably better when she gets out at 2,000. But I'm looking forward to seeing her go around Saturday. I love Terang. It's a beautiful track. Got that big 400-metre straight, and it's the Flemington the Bush. Is there any chance you might get down there, Chris?
Unfortunately, I'm still in Sydney for the broodmare sales, Dan.
Well, I won't be here, and my phone will be off. Now the Cup, Falago. Been in terrible form so far.
Yes, that's true. But
Can't get a wet track.
Well, he should have. He could have got one up here for certain.
Well, we did look at bringing him up to Sydney if couldn't get the Weir stable excited about that. But anyway, we'll run him in the Terang Cup, and I think after that we'll just see what the weather's doing in Victoria, and maybe we do need to do something outlandish and bring him up to Sydney for a few runs.
Well, it sounds like Jeremy's no weather presenter, so we'll...
He's no Jane Bunn?
No, I don't think so. He's certainly not Jane Bunn to look at.
Oh, that'll get back. All right, so that's our three chances. And then our other only runner that we know about at this point is Dragonair, which is down to run Wednesday at Ballarat. And he was good first up when he ran third up at Benalla for the Hayes and Davenink team. Well, I'd like to see him win this race. He's had a little breathing op and he's been gelded, so that we've run out of excuses. He's got a pretty handy full sister.
Very handy full sister.
Catchy.
Might have another one coming through too that might look a bit handy at the Magic Millions.
We tried very hard to buy that filly, but no cigar. But Catchy, well, good luck to Rob Crabtree. She's a beauty, and the way she won that Blue Diamond. And unfortunately, just talking to Rob today, weren't we, about the Golden Slipper? It was just far too wet. And she's in the paddock, but gee, on the family, surely Dragonair, even if he's just had a little think about what Catchy's been able to do, surely he can win this.
I would hope so.
Otherwise, very disappointing.
Yes, true.
So that's our runners coming up. Who would our best be out of that lot? I really think Serious Witness should be winning at Donald on Friday. I think PK, without seeing the field, he's a good horse. Definitely going to run top three. And I think I might have missed one there. Tennessee Gold, Blinker's first time, will be competitive. Dragonair, competitive. I did miss one. There's a nomination for a Chuka on Sunday for Perugia. 2-year-old by Strategic, related to Platelet.
That's a good start, isn't it?
Ballarat first start a couple of weeks ago, ran third. Actually looked the winner there and just knocked up the last 50. So one would think if that horse took the natural improvement from race day debut to second up, which everyone says is about 2 or 3 lengths.
Yep.
Bloody hard to beat.
I would have thought so. Might have to open up the account there a bit.
With Ladbrokes?
With Ladbrokes.
Guy Hexter?
Guy Hexter.
He's all over it, isn't he?
He
He loves it. Good on you, Guy. Yeah, so Perugia at a Chuka on Sunday would be, I think it'll start odds on.
Well, I'll have to really have a good go then.
Odds on, look on, guys. Keep your money to buy shares in horses.
Yeah.
Now, we took a little bit of footage because this is the last time we will be at the Sydney Easter sale at Newmarket. Next year, it goes out to the new complex at Warwick Farm.
Yep.
So I just took a little bit of vision this morning as I was wandering around to show you how old this centre is and how big that tree is in front of the auction ring. It is massive.
It's iconic, isn't it?
It is. And I guess we're a little bit disappointed that Roger Gleeson didn't make the trip up for the last sale because came up here one year and had a bit of a spend up. We haven't seen him since.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think he got a bit scared.
Was he born the year they started here?
150 years ago. You got his number, Roger? But we did take some footage and just to give you a bit of a feel for what it's like. And as I said, today we'll be in the ring bidding. The average is up 100,000 to about 350, I think it was.
Yeah.
About 350 is the average. So there's no cheap horses here. It's not a place to come for cheap horses, but they're the best of the best. And at one point, the people that work for the Inglis mob thought these were the 400 best yearlings in Australia, and that's why they're here.
Yep, and they've been proved pretty correct in terms of results.
I think we've already had 3 or 4 go through, sail past the $1 million mark in this sale.
Yeah, four horses by 4 different sizes too, which shows the diversity of quality stock.
Yeah, fantastic. Anyway, that's enough from us. So we look forward to watching these horses run this week. We also look forward to seeing you at Christina Jeffries on Saturday, or maybe at Terang on Sunday. So I'm Darren Dance here with Chris Blomley. Have a great weekend.
$354. Well, up the scale a bit here. Smart running colt. December foal, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't he going to grow to a lovely, lovely horse? Here's you two to start him. 700, 7, 6. 600 to start him. 6 or 5. 300, thank you very much, appreciate the start. I had 300, but I get 300, but I get 3 bid. I got 300, but I get 300, 400 there, 400, 5 there, 500, but I get 500, 6 on him, 500, but I get 500, but I get 5, 600 there, 6, 700, 7 there, 700 now 8, 700, but I get 700 them over there. Where are the stud masters today? 700, but I get 700 them over there. I got 700 on him, I got 700 and a lovely colt, 800 there, 800, 900 there, now a million on him, 900, but I get 900,000 here. I got 900, Brett. Will you round it up? I have 900. I have 900,000 there. Think of his value as a stallion. I got 900. I got 900 million. Take him home. 900. 900 there. 900,000. 900 over there. I got 900. Bet 50 if you're quick, because I am going to sell him. My instructions are to sell the colt. I have 900. 50, 950, 950 there, 1 million there, 1 million the bid. I have 1 million, now 50 again. I got 1 million. I have 1 million on him. 1 million's the bid. I'll take you 50 again. 1 million there. At $1 million dollars, I sell him, but I would take you 50. And I sell him at $1 million. Down, hold down. $1 million buys. Thank you very much indeed. Good call. Robbie Griffiths, thank you very much. Thanks, Robbie. Thank you, Darren Dance. He heads down to Victoria, and the very best of luck with him.